preparing for this video session, you told me something shocking, which is that there's I'm going to call it an epidemic of erectile dysfunction, not just among men in their 40s or below, but men in their 20s.
Correct.
What is going on?
Yeah, so about 50% of the erectile dysfunction that I see in my clinic is related to, or is associated with men that are young, younger than 30, 29, 28, 25. That's astonishing. I don't remember that being a problem when I was 25. So what's happening? I think there are numerous things that are happening. One is the excessive and obsession of watching pornography. So studies, numerous studies have shown very clearly that there's an association between excessive porn watching and erectile dysfunction.
Watching, not masturbating while they're watching, just plain watching.
Just watching.
Okay.
Now, can there be a combination of both?
Right.
Probably, but the studies just clearly show watching pornography increases the risk of erectile dysfunction.
And that would be because?
So there's several things. Number one is that, so anyone that who's 25 or 28 years old actually have had access to the internet since they were, toddlers, right, at this moment in time.
Wow.
Teenagers have access, so 15, 16 years old, they start around that time, teenage boys watching pornography. They start developing these ideas of what intimacy and sexual intercourse looks like. And they start developing ideas about how large and bulgy and so forth their penis should look like. And these are ideas that are not realistic for the most part, right? There's magnification that occurs through the lenses of the camera. There's all kinds of editing that occurs in like any other film. So they're developing these ideas, and then when they start being sexually active, let's start with that. They look in the mirror, they just look down, like, wait a minute, that's not me. And that's it. They start developing performance anxiety. So then that causes, they start getting intimate. They think the biggest erection killer is adrenaline in the body. There's no outside chemical that I can inject into a male to have, to bring down an erection other than the chemical that we create in our own bodies.
Adrenaline is a killer, or adrenaline causes the erection?
Adrenaline is the biggest erection killer. It's one of the main causes. Excuse me?
It distracts from it?
No, it's just a chemical that brings down, that constricts blood vessels.
Okay.
Right? So an erection, the way it occurs is by dilating blood vessels. It constricts, it brings closer the blood vessel, so that there's no blood flowing where it needs to flow. And adrenaline is a result of stress, and any man that goes into the bedroom thinking, well, I don't know if I can perform. My God, I know I'm not big enough. I remember that, what I saw. And they start thinking along those lines. And that's stimulating what's called the sympathetic nervous system, which stimulation of the sympathetic nervous system promotes adrenaline, and that causes a lot of the issues. So porn watching is a problem. There are many other problems. I see that young men are stressed because they are either not finding jobs, or the job that they have they want to keep, and they're overworking, and there's all these type of factors involved. And quite honestly, they're unhealthy. They have metabolic syndrome. They're at risk of diabetes. They're at risk of young men that are, very much overweight, accumulating production of estrogen. They're very estrogenic, which is not good for testosterone. And anything that's not good for testosterone is not good for erections and penile health. So there's a variety of things, and I think those are the three main causes that is causing what you're right, I think, is an epidemic.
Wow. So stress, I don't want to, as stress, there's a zillion ways to reduce your stress, and we don't talk about that. But the pornography thing now, so do they need counseling to deal with that? Do they need to realize that that's an issue?
So so the first part, so I've had several patients who have said, hey, I asked all my patients, how much porn do you watch? And they are, for the most part, honest, and just acknowledgement. They may not know. Just acknowledgement that is a primary cause of their problem is enough, or they can be addicted to it. And then they need further counseling. They need further help from an expert.
All right. Young men.
Young men.
Young men, if you're watching porn, watch out. If you are overstressed, you're cutting off exactly what it is you want to be able to be doing through these lifestyle choices.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Gio.
You're welcome.
If you liked what you just saw, we have a whole lot more with Dr. Gio Espinosa at our website, bottomlineinc.com. And do me a favor, share this, tell your friends. We have so much great information. Come to bottomlineinc.com.